Write a pretend letter to the editor convincing people that dogs should be able to deposit their bones at ATM machines.
Dear editor, I am writing to you today to express my concern about the lack of bone depositing facilities for dogs in our city. As you know, dogs are an important part of our community and they deserve to have access to basic banking services just like humans do. I believe that ATM machines should be modified to allow dogs to deposit their bones. This would be a simple and cost-effective solution that would benefit both dogs and their owners. Not only would this make it easier for dogs to store their bones in a safe and secure location, but it would also help reduce litter on our streets. By providing dogs with a designated place to deposit their bones, we can help keep our city clean and freed of debris. I urge you to consider this proposal and take action to make our city more dog-friendly. Thank you for your time and attention. Sincerely. Here's a pretend response letter to the editor. Dear editor, I read with interest the recent letter advocating for ATM machines that allow dogs to deposit their bones. While I appreciate the sentiment behind this proposal, I must respectfully disagree. As you know, ATM machines are designed for human use and are not equipped to handle the unique needs of dogs. While it is important to provide dogs with access to basic banking services, we must also consider their safety and well-being. Instead of modifying ATM machines, I propose that we create a new type of bone depositing facility that is specifically designed for dogs. This would ensure that dogs have access to a safe and secure location to store their bones without risking injury or harm. I hope that you will consider this alternative proposal and work with our community to create a more dog-friendly city. Sincerely. Here's a pretend response letter to the editor. Dear editor, I am writing in response to the recent letters advocating for bone depositing facilities for dogs. While I agree that dogs should have access to basic banking services, I believe that we must also consider their unique needs and preferences. As many dog owners know, dogs like to chew on bones over an extended period of time. They may deposit a bone at one location, chew on it for a while, and then withdraw it to continue chewing elsewhere. This is a natural and healthy behavior that should be encouraged. Therefore, I propose that we create bone depositing facilities that allow dogs to withdraw their bones for extended periods of time. These facilities should be designed with the needs of dogs in mind and should provide a safe and secure location for dogs to store their bones while they are not being chewed. By providing dogs with access to these types of facilities, we can help promote healthy chewing habits and ensure that our furry friends are happy and healthy. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. Sincerely. Here's a pretend response letter to the editor. Dear editor, as a highly intelligent scientist with years of experience studying the behavior of dogs, I must respectfully disagree with the recent letters advocating for bone depositing facilities for dogs. While it is true that dogs enjoy chewing on bones, we must also consider the slobber factor. Dogs produce a significant amount of saliva when they chew on bones, which can lead to a buildup of bacteria and other harmful substances. Furthermore, studies have shown that dogs who chew on bones are at an increased risk of developing dental problems and other health issues. This is due in part to the fact that bones can splinter and cause damage to the teeth and gums. Therefore, I propose that we create bone depositing facilities that take into account the unique needs and preferences of dogs. These facilities should be designed with the slobber factor in mind and should provide a safe and secure location for dogs to store their bones while they are not being chewed. In addition, we should work to educate dog owners about the risks associated with bone chewing and encourage them to seek out alternative forms of entertainment for their furry friends. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. Sincerely. Here's a pretend response letter to the editor. Dear editor, I am writing to you today because I am very upset about the recent letters advocating against bone depositing facilities for dogs. My dog just wants to chew his bones and be happy, but it seems like everyone is against him. I don't understand why people can't just let dogs be dogs. They like to chew on bones and play in the mud and do all sorts of silly things. Why can't we just let them be happy? I think that we should create bone depositing facilities for dogs so that they can have a safe and secure place to store their bones. This would make my dog very happy, and I'm sure that other dogs would be happy too. Thank you for listening to me. Sincerely, Dear Editor, as a PhD at the local university, I am gravely concerned that we have completely forgotten about the major factor of whisker fatigue when it comes to bone depositing facilities for dogs. Whisker fatigue is a condition that occurs when a dog's whiskers are overstimulated by their environment. This can lead to discomfort and even pain for the dog, which can cause them to avoid certain activities such as bone chewing. Therefore, I propose that we create bone depositing facilities that take into account the unique needs and preferences of dogs. These facilities should be designed with the comfort of dogs in mind and should provide a safe and secure location for dogs to store their bones while they are not being chewed. In addition, we should work to educate dog owners about the risks associated with whisker fatigue and encourage them to seek out alternative forms of entertainment for their furry friends. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. Sincerely, here's a pretend response letter to the editor. Dear Editor, I am writing in response to the recent letters advocating for bone depositing facilities for dogs and the supposed issue of whisker fatigue. While I appreciate the concerns raised by other writers, I must respectfully disagree. Whisker fatigue is not a real condition and is simply the product of being a lazy dog. Dogs need to exercise their whiskers just like any other part of their body in order to keep them strong and healthy. Therefore, I propose that we create a 5-point plan for calisthenics to build stronger whiskers in dogs. This plan would include exercises such as whisker push-ups, whisker curls, and whisker squats. By encouraging dogs to exercise their whiskers on a regular basis, we can help promote healthy and strong whiskers that are less prone to fatigue. Thank you for your attention to this important matter. Sincerely,